What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. This week's video is going to be a little bit different than our normal videos. We are going to be doing a full morning routine that's inspired by Andrew Huberman. If you don't know who Andrew Huberman is, I think you might be living under a rock because he has absolutely blown up the podcast scene. And in general, I just feel like he is an incredible bridge to science for the average person. He makes learning about science really interesting and really easy to digest, even for someone who has very little baseline information coming into chats. He's just incredible. So I'm going to take you through a morning that is going to start tomorrow. It is actually 9:50 p.m. So it is the night before the morning I'm going to film. And I wanted to pop in here and just give a little intro to what we are doing tomorrow and some things that Andrew Huberman recommends for sleep. So the number one thing is to dim lights, overhead lights. So these are going to come off as soon as we get done filming here around 10 p.m. or no later than 10 p.m. Also reducing the blue light exposure that you're getting at nighttime. I know you guys have heard this time and time again, but this really does disrupt the circadian rhythm. So if you watch TV at night or are on your phone late at night, just know that that has a direct impact on the quality of sleep that you're able to get, which as athletes, it's really important for us to sleep because that is when our muscles are recovering, our body is going through cellular repair. This is a vital time for us to recover as athletes. And if we're not optimizing sleep, then we're not really optimizing performance. So those are the two baseline things that Andrew Huberman talks about on his podcast and has talked about time and time again is light exposure and then blue light exposure specifically. We are going to drink a little tea here. This is non-caffeinated tea. We're going to drink a little tea. We're going to read before bed, not watch TV before bed, not look at my phone before bed, and we're going to get to bed with some good sleep hygiene.
Can you feel it? There's a rushing wind at our back, and we're rushing in. Don't even know where we'll land.
Okay, guys, it is time to go to bed. I'm going to see you guys in the morning at 6 a.m. Good morning. It is 6:10 in the morning. One of Andrew Huberman's recommendations is to wake up between 5:30 and 6:30, and he actually said on a podcast that sometimes he wakes up as late as 7 a.m. So obviously you guys know I don't mind waking up early. I'm actually an early riser in general, but I'm also sometimes can stay up late, so that doesn't really bode well when those two pair together. And last night, actually, when I said I was going to bed, Tyler came home probably like 15 minutes later from a trip. So we ended up staying up and talking for a little bit, but I still don't mind waking up early. It's honestly one of the most game-changing things that you can do if you're someone who struggles with feeling overwhelmed or feeling like you don't have enough time in the day to get things done. I just feel like waking up early makes me more productive. It allows me some solitude and some time on my own, I guess, before having to get to a million different things throughout the day. So we are gonna start off the day with a glass of water. He drinks 2 glasses of water in the morning. 2 of his sponsors are part of his morning routine. So Element Tea and then AG1. So greens powder and then electrolytes. So we're gonna take BPN electrolytes and then also I'm gonna take G1M. So I know this is much different than AG1, but we are gonna do some forward motion or forward angulation, which is something that he talks about, and I wanna make sure that I'm properly fueled. So slightly different, but tailored to my needs. So let's get some water.
Can you feel it? The rushing wind. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? The steady sound. Can you hear it? Can you see it? The distant shore. Can you see it? I can see it. We found something to hold on to now. So we hold on and enjoy the ride.
So I have this always 1 hour before exercise or 1 hour before my runs. So I'm gonna chug this now, knowing that I'm needing to run within an hour, so closer to an hour than what is recommended. So I'm gonna go and chug this. You guys have seen me do this before. It's horrendous. I can't, no, it's not horrendous. The product is delicious. I cannot chug for the life of me. So let's see how I do today. tried to go faster and spilled it all over my face. That is hilarious. That is not part of Andrew Huberman's routine, but okay, so 1 glass down. I'm gonna take this glass over here with me where we are gonna do some meditation as well as some stretching. So Andrew Huberman recommends doing yoga in the morning to clearing of thoughts and connection with self in the morning. So he also recommends sunlight within 30 minutes of waking up, but it's clearly pitch black outside. So I'm gonna wait until the sun comes up, which is in about 45 minutes at 7 a.m. So we're gonna do things a little bit out of order just because the sunlight and his recommendations don't really align. So I am gonna do some meditation here. Normally I would sit on the ground, but if I sit on the ground, Brighton's gonna jump all over me. So I'm gonna sit here, put on some sound bowls. If you have not utilized sound bowls for sleep or for meditation, I highly, highly recommend it. So I'm gonna open my phone and do that. Okay, so that was 7 minutes of meditation. He does recommend just having some sort of meditation practice. He doesn't say necessarily a number online, but I've found that meditating for a little over 5 minutes is always necessary for me to actually be restful afterwards. So I definitely recommend, if you haven't tried sound bowls to meditate, to try that because it's awesome. So now I'm going to do a couple of different stretches. He does recommend stretching in the morning as well, and then some ankle mobility. You guys know that in last week's video, I did sprain my ankle, so I'm feeling a lot better. I actually came back to running just a couple days later and actually just took 1 day off and then ran 11 miles on the road the next day. And then yesterday I did 15 miles on the trail and I taped up my ankle just to make sure there's a little bit of stability. It's definitely still a little bit tender, but obviously I'm doing a lot better. So I am incorporating some ankle strengthening exercises daily to make sure that I am recovering well and also just strengthening my ankles as we go into the rest of this prep. So for ankle mobility, this is something that I definitely recommended. This is called a stability disc, and something that I've been doing is just doing single leg balances or single leg holds on this. So lifting my leg up and trying to stabilize the ankle. I'm now doing this before every single run to help kind of initiate this type of stabilization in my ankle. That way, if I hit the trail, my ankle's already warmed up. He's probably gonna let me have it on the ground here. Maybe not. Generally, if I'm on the ground, he's super stoked to jump all over me. But I'm gonna do some stretching. He says to do stretching in the morning to obviously optimize mobility, but also to increase blood flow. Okay, stretching is done, and now we're gonna get ready for our run. I actually moved my rest day to the day after I sprained my ankle. So today we just have 4 miles. If I'm feeling good, I might do a couple extra, but that is what we have this morning, which works out perfectly for our schedule. So Andrew Huberman calls it forward angulation, which is just a simple way of saying forward motion. And he says that by walking or running or hiking outside in the morning, it helps to reduce amygdala activation. So it helps to reduce activation of our stress response. So for those of us who wake up and instantly feel overwhelmed by the million things that we have to get done, or instantly are set into fight or flight, whatever our circumstances are, this can help us kind of release some of that and tell our amygdala to, hey, like, you can chill out for now. We've got it. We don't need our brain to be activated in this way, and allow ourselves to have a more controlled and calm and peaceful morning. So I'm going to do running because that's what I love to do. But if you like walking, hiking, pushing your stroller in the morning, literally just stumbling about in the morning outside in the sunlight, then whatever choice is yours. But that's just what he recommends. So let's get ready to run. We are all set. It is freezing, but the sunrise is stunning. I'm excited to show you. Okay, let's get a running. It might be icy on the sidewalk here, so I might run a combo in the road. But here we go. Let's hear that Garmin beep. Let's get it. I definitely want to take this run quite a bit easier than like Friday's run, for example, because I have 15 miles on yesterday and then 2 days go 11 miles. So just honestly treating this as a nice little recovery run. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And everywhere I'm looking right now is stunning. I love sunrises. They're so pretty. I'll show y'all. Gorge. I think earlier I said forward angulation, which is hilarious. When I said it, I think I was just literally half asleep. But the mechanism is actually called forward ambulation. And Andrew Huberman talks about optic flow and how when images pass our eyes, this is what calms the nervous system. And this is what causes us to kind of come into a state of feeling zen throughout the day, reducing anxiety, and of course setting the day up for success because we are in sunlight. Also, a little caffeine update. I have not had caffeine yet. And I'm feeling it, y'all. I'm feeling it. I feel like before my run, I'm very used to having at least just something, like a little bit, even if it's like a caffeinated Go gel. But I haven't had a single lick of caffeine. And I am so excited to have that caffeine when I get back to the house. Finally got the sun peeking out over there. And I can finally feel it on my body because, holy cow, it's cold. So our run is officially done. Look who's joining me on my last little .1. He's getting sunlight in his eyes too. But we have church this morning because it is Sunday. So we're gonna, Andrew Huberman recommended, eat a high quality breakfast, rehydrate, and then go to church.
Can you hear it? There's a steady sound getting louder as our feet touch down. Follow the night until it's ringing out loud. 'Cause we found
Okay, we are back home. We got natural sunlight. We got forward ambulation, not angulation. We did meditation, stretching, and now it is time for caffeine. So it is over 120 minutes post waking. His recommendation is 90 to 120 minutes. Oh no, wait. Yeah, 90 to 120 minutes. So we waited 130 minutes post waking because it is 8:10. So this is something that I knew would be semi-difficult, but holy cow, today, all I wanted was caffeine when I first woke up, and all I wanted during my run was caffeine. So I'm definitely an addict, and that's okay. It's not something, honestly, I'm willing to change. So cheers to caffeine, 120 minutes post waking. All right, y'all, I had a bit of a technical difficulty. I actually filmed this outro at the end of this video and it actually cut out the audio. So we're a couple days later filming this outro. I actually got back from Zion training camp. So if you guys want to see footage from the Zion course, if that would be helpful for those who are racing either the 100K or the 100 miler, let me know and I'll definitely make a video looking at that course. But if you enjoyed videos like this, trying out different morning routines, or if you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below and I will try to get to as many suggestions as I can. But Chasing Zion 100, the series continues, and I'm so excited to continue to take you guys along for the ride. Until next time, stay unbreakable.